Are political influencers paid shills? Easy answer, anybody that has some reach has the potential to be a paid shill. Period. One day, if I continue this channel and get big, I'm going to have the potential to be a paid shill. If you see me riding around in a new Toyota Tundra, maybe you'll know. Just kidding. I would never buy a new Tundra. They stopped making them in the V8. Now, I'm not trying to frag my own side here, but it is the only side that I know about. I know the left has their own paid shills, but I don't listen to those kooky bastards, so I don't really know what's going on in their world. But I do know what's going on in mine. The first one that I can recall is the accusation of Russians paying certain influencers. Then, of course, the accusations of Qatar paying certain big influencers. And then India, which was all about the H-1B visa thing. And of course, Israel. The only problem with that, if you accuse someone of being a paid shill for Israel, then all of a sudden they call you this name that you don't like some ancient people, not specifically the actions of a government, which I think is very silly. Saying you don't like the actions of a government does not make you anti those people, right? People can change their minds on certain subjects, but present to me the evidence. Present to me the evidence why you're changing your mind so that I can see where your thought process is at. But if you've been a fence sitter on a certain subject and then all of a sudden you're all gung-ho about it, like you just drank 4 Monsters, I'm going to get suspicious. Or if an inordinate amount of your tweets or videos or posts are about that certain subject, I'm going to get suspicious. So I got really motivated to do this topic when I was watching my man Ben Dykes. I've been watching this guy for a long time, since he was the veteran biker at like 50, 60,000 subs. He's over 200,000 now. He's doing great. I'm very happy for his success. I probably agree with the guy probably 90% or more on things, right? Here's another quick thing. Because I like a lot of your stuff does not mean that I co-sign on to everything that you've ever said. I think people get hung up on that. I can like something you did or something you said or a point that you make or a position you take with not liking everything about you. And you shouldn't, by the way. You shouldn't be a sycophant to everybody. You shouldn't agree with everything that I say. I mean, I hope if you're watching, you do agree with a vast majority of it. I mean, why else would you watch unless you just want to hear another viewpoint? Good on you. But don't be a sycophant to anybody or any politician or any country except your own. Anyhow, back to the story. So I'm watching Ben, and wow, it really seems that Ben has a hard-on for Tucker Carlson. I mean, his panties were way twisted up about Tucker questioning a certain Mideast democracy having what appears to be an inordinate amount of influence on our government and their actions in the current operations in Gaza. Now, again, I don't agree with everything that Tucker says, and the other people doing this, Candace, Glenn Beck, I guess, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, he's against all of them, as a lot of people are on the right, and they've even given these people a name. I guess I'm included in it, the woke right. What does that even mean? You're telling me I can't question something? It doesn't seem like I'm the woke one. It seems like maybe you're the woke one. And by the way, this isn't conjecture. I mean, these actual receipts here. So anyhow, it made me think. I know there is a divide. I know the boomer conservatives, and that would include the boomer conservative political influencers, are very stuck into the old school frame of mind. Yes, they went for Trump in a big way, America first, but I don't think they actually knew what America first meant. So, of course, there's information coming out now, and maybe you think some of it's not valid or real, that Charlie Kirk, within the last couple of months, was having these same questions about the influence on our government, especially when it came to bombing Iran, and other actions that a certain Mideast democracy has been taking. And that supposedly he was offered a large sum of money to help run TPUSA from a certain Mideast democracy, which he turned down, and that there was some sort of intervention to basically goad him, shame him, or otherwise, into getting back on track and not voicing his concerns or his suspicions. That's what it seems like. Like they tried to pay him off because he started having questions. Now, I know that story goes deeper, and I'm not going to get into that here. My point is, watching that video from Ben made me wonder, because it wasn't just one video, it was several videos, if maybe, like, we all have the potential, if we've got reach, for someone to slip some money in our pocket and say, hey, I need you to push this point more. Someone with influence starts saying, hey, we got way too many H-1B visas. These people coming mainly from India are taking a lot of jobs that Americans coming out of college would normally get. We need to stop this. And then what happens? India's like, whoa, right? Because remittances, a lot of those people send money back home. That's big time money. They start paying the influencers or start pushing why H-1B visas are good for America. It's actually very simple if you think about it. It's not crazy. It's not a conspiracy. Political influencers are where the influence is coming from, especially to Gen Z. If you've got propaganda to push and you've got a propaganda budget, that's where you're going to put your money to reach as many ears and eyes as you can. It's common sense, actually. So, just be aware that anybody you listen to has the potential to become a shill. A shill for me is someone who's not really passionate about a subject, but they start pushing it a lot. Or maybe they were a fence sitter, or maybe even worse, they didn't actually believe it, but they changed their view for the money. That's the worst, right? If you already believe in it, good. You're not really a shill. But if you're paid to be an attack dog for people that are just having questions, legitimate questions, then that seems kind of sketchy to me. So listen to what they say. Listen for the evidence that they present. Do they answer people's questions honestly? Because sometimes these people will entertain, if they're responding to comments from people, do they answer the questions that need to be answered on that topic? Why is it good that we let in this number of H-1B visas when this number of kids coming out of college with the same type of degrees and job skills only have a 20% employment rate? So tell me why I need to import people when the American employment rate is only 20%. Answer that. If they're not answering that, but they keep pushing the H-1B visa, something's up. Unless they're just stupid. I don't know. Anyhow, just be aware, even your favorite person might be getting paid to push a narrative. Right? It's the nature of information. The people with the power want to control the information. And they'll control it with money. By paying the people, putting the information out. All the way back to Operation Mockingbird with the CIA. It's just elementary. All right. Enough pontificating today. Thanks for watching. See you later.